Hello, EIC beneficiaries. I'm Lucia.
And I'm Marco. Today we'll explain to you what the European Innovation Council's Overseas Trade Fairs 2.0 programme is about and guide you through on how to submit the best application for it.
As you've likely already heard, this is the second edition of the OTF 2.0 program, which is based on the success of OTF 1.0, updated with some features that we believe will make it even more interesting for you and other participants. At least, this is our purpose. For this new edition, we will have the chance to bring 300 participants, and we will focus on 3 main markets while still giving you the choice to participate to different trade fairs. This accompanied by a more dedicated, tailored, and personal service.
Now that you know what the OTF 2.0 program is about, we're going to show you where and how you can apply. We will structure this video in 2 parts. In the first part, we'll show the EIC community platform and the application form, and in the second part, we'll show the evaluation criteria. As you can see, this page shows the EIC community platform, where you can find all information of all business acceleration services under the European Innovation Council. For instance, if you want to find stories and open calls on the OTF 2.0 program, you can click on the Stories tab on the top corner. You'll be redirected to this page, where you can find all stories and open calls of all business acceleration services. For specific open calls on the OTF 2.0 program, you may type OTF in the search bar on the upper left corner. You will then find all open calls and stories on the OTF 2.0 program, like for instance this one for GITEX 2022, a trade fair in Dubai. If you want to look for specific events, you can click on the Events tab on the top corner. Here, you'll be redirected to all events within the Business Acceleration Services. If you're looking for any upcoming events, you can click on the Future filter, and you can scroll down to find events related to the OTF 2.0 program. For instance, if you're interested in Middle East energy, a trade fair in Dubai on energy, you can click on this link and you'll be redirected to this page. You will find information about the trade fair itself, the services the OTF 2.0 program offers to you, and a link to the application form on the right-hand side of the page. If you want to apply, you can click on this link and you'll be redirected to the application form on the EIC dashboard. Here you will find a total of 10 questions to reply to under 5 different criteria. Now we will guide you through the evaluation criteria to ensure that you can fill out a successful application for the OTF 2.0 program. Back to you, Lucia.
Now that you know where to apply, we're going to offer you useful advice for the preparation of your application that will maximize your chances of being selected. So keep watching.
First of all, your application will be assessed based on your plan to internationalize your innovative products and services overseas, the expected impact of your participation in the trade fair, the fit of your innovative products and services with the trade fair, your commitment of financial and human resources for participation in a trade fair, and your contribution to EU strategic autonomy and/or the image of EU as technology powerhouse.
Let's have a look at the application template step by step, where we offer you some do's and don'ts that will help you prior to submission. Remember, there is a character limit. Apart from informative, it's equally important to be concise. In the first question, we ask you to provide an overview of the main attributes and features of your innovation and its differentiating elements, maturity level, and the status of internationalization, namely if it's already commercialized. On screen, you will see an example of a suboptimal answer, where you will find undefined strategy, barely aligned with the objectives of the program, vague or inexistent internationalization goals, and a mismatch with the scope of the trade fair. On the other hand, a good answer would have concrete strategy aligned with the objectives of the program, detailed explanation of the product technology, and solid internationalization goals.
Next, we ask you to describe your expectations from your potential participation at the trade fair. Here, you have to present a credible expected impact, prior market research conducted on the commercialization prospects of your innovation, and prior activities to commercialize and find business partners. An example of a suboptimal answer would be like this, where you can find a vague impact expectation and a product described is out of scope of the trade fair. On the other hand, an ideal answer will look like this, where there is an excellent description and expected impact and clear identification of stakeholders to target.
The next section of the application is related to the fit with target market. Here, the rationale is to consider the benefits stemming from the exhibition of your product, service, process, or technology at the trade fair, how this will further contribute to the promotion of your innovation, and for matchmaking purposes, it is of utmost importance to specify the type of business partners that you intend to meet. Any synergies with the economic region in which a given trade fair takes place are considered positively and maximize the possibilities of your selection. For instance, in the first example, we see a suboptimal answer with no evidence that the product fits with the scope of the trade fair, insufficient information provided, while if we look at the second example of a good optimal answer, we see a brief explanation of the innovation and how this matches with the product categories of the trade fair, clear and strong link demonstrated, and a reference to the target market.
The fourth section of the application contains questions regarding human and available financial resources. Here, you need to estimate to what extent you can commit to sufficiently prepare and participate to the trade fair. The evaluation committee is expecting from you to foresee approximately how many days you'll need to prepare for the trade fair. Moreover, it is essential to consider and specify the minimum level of financial resources you need in order to cover the additional costs for your participation. An example of a suboptimal answer will be like this, where there is no budget available in the description and not sufficient information for the financial and human resources plan. On the other hand, an ideal answer will look like this, where there is thorough explanation of the financial plan for the trade fair, specific reference to human resources willing to contribute by all means, and specific reference to financial resources.
The final section contains a question regarding your contribution to EU strategic autonomy and/or the image of EU as a technology powerhouse. Here, you have to describe to what extent your technology builds and strengthens its supply and value chains for strategically important deep tech solutions for Europe and avoids situations where it remains dependent on other regions for access to or development of the related technologies. An example of a suboptimal answer is have no link between the technology and its contribution to EU strategic autonomy, a reference to meeting investors at the trade fair, which is out of scope of the program. On the contrary, an example of an ideal answer would have thorough link between the technology and its contribution to EU strategic autonomy, and specific reference to strengthening of European competitiveness, security, and open strategic autonomy.
We hope this has given you a better idea on how to prepare a successful application to participate in the program. Remember to be as informative and concise as possible when filling out your applications. Should you have any questions, you can find us on the EIC Community Platform's contact page, and you can also reach out to us on social media.
Ready to dive into innovation and business adventures overseas? OTF 2.0 is waiting for you. Thank you for watching.